Are you ready to dive into the world of project management? Hit that subscribe button as we explore how to stay relevant in an agile workforce. I'm making this video because of a recent posting I saw on LinkedIn. An individual, they just recently landed a role against 9 other individuals that they were competing for, and it was a project coordinator. And the reason why they landed that role was simply because they had the CAPM. And that's the reason for this video. The CAPM, the foundation for your project management or project leadership career. Imagine stepping into a competitive hiring process. You're not just hoping to stand out, actually hoping to be the reason why the hiring manager is stopping their scrolling and saying, yes, that's the one. That CAPM can be the reason why you're selected for the role. And the reason why in this competitive market, they're looking for what's going to stand out amongst you and the other individual. Everyone has their strengths. And you're going to lean in with your strengths, but post that interview, they're going to look at that paper, that resume, and they're not going to physically look at it printed out. They may, but they're going to look at it physically on a computer screen. They're going to look at those credentials, how you stack up against another candidate. And unless you are competing with individuals that have a PMP, you're going to be competing for those project coordinator, those project analysts, those roles, maybe even those junior PM roles with people that do not have any certifications. So how you stand out is by having that CAPM, Certified Associate Project Manager certification. There are a lot of talented professionals that hit walls early in their careers. They're capable, they're motivated, and they're ready to contribute, but they don't yet have those credentials. It's a competitive hiring process. What can you do? It starts with that foundation, that CAPM. A lot of individuals, they just brush past this. They look at the PMP, they look at that as like, no, instead of getting that bachelor's degree, I want to get that master's. But you have to take those foundational steps. You can't just leap from one to the other. You have to get that experience. In order to qualify for that PMP, you have to have 3 years of leading projects. Sometimes organizations aren't going to give you that experience unless you qualify for a role. And in order to qualify for a role like that, they may look for a certification, a foundational certification. That CAPM certification lets the organization know, readiness wise, that you are ready to lead projects. You're going to have to gain that experience. Me, I'm a business owner. Every project that I owned, I led. I dealt with government projects. I handled and led and managed and still manage government projects. So those give me constant experience to refine and retool my project management experience. A lot of individuals don't get that experience. Earning the CAPM will let organizations know you're ready to lead those projects. So that's why that CAPM certification will allow you to stand out amongst those other individuals that may have similar qualifications like you. I can tell you it's countless individuals that have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees. A lot of hiring managers, recruiters gloss over because you see these all the time. But when you see certifications, you can quickly go to Creditly, you can quickly go to the PMI website, and you can validate those certifications. See if those are see if they have been continually learning, whether it was something that they earned 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and I'm talking about a degree, or if it's something that they are continually maintaining. The CAPM helps you get instant recognition from employers. By showing them you're trained, you show them that you understand the fundamentals of project management. This credibility speaks to organizations and lets them know that you have that competitive advantage, even in crowded applicant pools. It gives you that global recognition. The PMI Institute, the Project Management Institute, is the leading institute for project management. The Project Management Institute is the leading institute for project management. Their certifications are recognized globally. You get that global recognition. You're aligned with other similar applicants and also aspirants for the PMP. You're grouped into it. You're also part of that direct pipeline to those roles like project coordinator, PMO analyst, and that junior PM just by earning the credential or seeking the credential. I can tell you by being an individual that's inspired and that's wanting to earn this credential, you can achieve this credential. It's going to take some time because it is a lot of questions. But if you set that foundation, set your goals, align yourself with a PMI authorized training partner like Everetech. We have both on-demand training for the CAPM, and we also have live virtual training for individuals that want to learn live and in a cohort. But if you want to learn on demand at your own pace, we also have that on demand study. You have to have the PDUs, their professional development units, in order to sit for the credential. You have to have 23 out of professional development units in order to even qualify and sit for that credential. By going through the course with Evertech, you qualify for that, whether it be through that on demand or through that live. Some individuals want to do it on their own. They like independently learning. They can go at their own pace doing it that way. Other individuals, like myself, may need that interaction where they can ask a question, may need to be able to, specifically maybe motivated by others, see that other individuals are getting things and that may influence them, that maybe they need to get their act together and study a little bit more intently. That push, that extra emphasis, holding the accountability. So it's based off of the ways that you have for learning. That's the beauty of it. It's tailored towards you. And that's how project management is today. The CAPM is going to give you that competitive advantage, that direct pipeline. And like I mentioned, it's that foundational step to that PMP, earning that PMP. A lot of individuals that earn that CAPM quickly earn that PMP because they understand how PMI certifications are, how much studying, how much time, effort, and energy you would need to put into it. They value it because of already earning a certification. So they see the value of PMI credentials. So they really put a lot of time, effort, and energy into earning the PMP. So they're even more so motivated. And it gives them that vehicle because this certification may be the only vehicle that gives you the visibility to organizations that you are looking for those project management or project leadership positions. Whether you're a student, career changer, working professional, leveling up, the CAPM boosts your visibility and your confidence. It shows employers that you understand the project lifecycle, communication, and stakeholder management, risk, cost, scheduling, and planning fundamentals. The language of project success. The market is full of uncertainty. The CAPM is that stabilizer. It's the signal that it's going to take your profession to the next level. And it's a signal to organizations that you take project management seriously. Imagine being the candidate who stands out amongst those 9 other individuals. Remember, I started off with that LinkedIn post, the individual that stood out amongst those 9 other individuals for that project coordinator role. Not just because of luck, it was because they strategically invested in themselves. Imagine walking to interviews with that confidence that you've already proven your ability. That's what the CAPM unlocks for you and unblocks. If you're seeking for a way to accelerate your career, broaden your opportunities, and position yourself in a serious project professional career, the CAPM is your step forward. As you see in this visual behind me, there is a progress. And it starts with the awareness, and it obviously ends with that certification. But it starts with the initial awareness. You have to first become aware that this is not only a certification path, but maybe a career field that you want to be in. Until 2030, there's going to be over 25 million project management roles desired every single year. And that encompasses project coordinators, project analysts, PMO analysts, etc. Project manager, PM, program manager, portfolio manager, etc. All these roles. We're in a project economy. It's because of technology, the evolution. Everything has a start and a finish. We have more projects than we have ever had before. This is where you can jumpstart your career. Start it with the CAPM certification. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. for more project management content. See you on the next one.